Hello and welcome to our community call. My name is Arin and I'm one of the founding members of the Visionary Leaders Collective. And we'll just run through a few slides here. So in our community, we honor the gifts of the earth. And if that resonates with you, you're in the right place. So we're happy to have you here. We have a gift for you, and it's our beautiful website, hellovisionary.life. You can get your oil education, business education, these community call information, and so much more there. So go check it out. Our upcoming community calls for April are going to be fabulous. The first week of the month, we do tips, pearls, and wisdoms from you. This is a community share. So come to the call ready to speak up, get on camera, and talk about the ways that you've been using whatever the product of the month is. We get surprised. We have a product of the month, which is a free oil that you get when you place your 125 PV loyalty rewards order before the 15th of the month. April 13th, we'll be diving deep into something called high impact oils. You're going to learn a little bit about that today, and it's such an inspiring part of doTERRA that we're going to take a whole call to talk about it. April 20th, this is our self-care share. Haven't you found that self-care is more important than ever with what we've been going through these last couple of years? Plus, a lot of us are in the cleanse, so we've kind of upped our self-care game. So we want to come and share some of our best tips. Come to the call if you have a self-care tip that you'd like to share with the community. Then April 27th, Lindsay Bodo is going to talk to us about the Aromatouch technique. You'll hear a little bit about that today in this call, and just know that we have a deep dive coming for you at the end of April. The call recordings are up on our website and also our Visionary Leaders YouTube channel. If you'd like to get text reminders for this call, make sure to set that up by texting Hello Visionary, all one word, to the number 833-359-0069. These are our Visionary events at a glance. So we have events every week and events every month. I wanted to make sure you know about them. Mondays at 4 p.m., Lindsay and Nikki host a work party. So if you are looking for friends to do your doTERRA business with, that's the place to be. Tuesdays, we have our introduction to doTERRA essential oils at 5:30. Of course, this call, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Then first Mondays at 5 p.m. is the doTERRA Empowered Success Training. And third Mondays at 10 a.m., we have Oils A to Z with Ariana Harley and friends. Again, all the details are on our website, hellovisionary.life. These are your teachers for April. So our Tuesday Oils Made Easy class, Intro to Oils. Who has been using that and loving it? Give us some hearts. Put a comment in about what you like about this class. They've been fabulous. So I'm teaching April 5th. Suzanne Nicholas is April 12th, and Haley Jones is April 19th. Use these classes to invite friends and family, anyone you want to introduce to doTERRA, or if you yourself need a refresher. And also there's always little tips in here. So if you want more education, come to this call. Yay, it's time for continuing education again. Mark your calendars. We're starting on this Saturday, April 2nd. So this is the place to bring your customers. When somebody gets a doTERRA kit and gets their account started, bring them to continuing education. They'll get their full picture of health education from our community, and it's taught by incredible people in the Visionary Leaders Essential Wellness community. Just register at that Eventbrite link. You'll get all the info, and the recordings will be sent out to you. So who's coming to convention? If you have ever been to convention, give me some hearts, put a comment in the chat. What's your one word of why to go to convention? You're going to want to be there this year. We haven't been together at convention completely for a couple of years now, and this is going to be one big party. We will all be there. Aisha and Josie and I are already talking about what special events we're going to do for the team, and it's going to sell out, because we're only going to be in the arena this year. The Salt Palace will be saved for breakouts. So take out your phone right now, put a reminder for May 18th. You're going to want to go buy your ticket. Now is the time to start talking to people on your team about coming to convention. They're not going to have it as a virtual option this year, so it's only in person, and you want to be there. Convention completely changed things for me. I went to convention very skeptical about doTERRA, even uncertain about the oils. I came back from convention with empowerment in my mind of how I was going to heal my body and a vision for the business. And now I've gone on to create a global organization, a six-figure income, and none of that would have happened if I had not gone to convention and caught the vision. So make sure you are there. Yay, it's time for our leadership recap. So we had leadership retreat last week. A few of us were there in person in Arizona, and many of you were watching it virtually over your computer. I've invited a few of my friends to come on and share their top takeaways. So the first person I'm going to invite up is Lindsay. Are you there, Lindsay?
I am, Arin. Excuse me, just busy munching On Guard tablets. They're so good.
So yeah. Lindsay is going to talk about a very special protocol that Laura Jacobs gave us. So take it away, Lindsay. Just tell me when you want new slides.
Sure thing. Thank you, Arin. So I think the thing to realize is that some of us have been around for a little while, right? Maybe you joined pre-pandemic and your business was cruising along, and maybe life things came up. Maybe the pandemic came up and we've had to pivot a bit. And some of us have kind of gone into a state of hibernation for a little while, just a little bit. If you can identify with that, some of us have been like, yay, it's time to turn inward and focus on self-care and what's important to me and kind of rest and rejuvenation and all these great things. Some of us have even felt a little bit victimized, right? And oh, life is happening to me. So Laura Jacobs did a wonderful presentation around what she calls doTERRA long haulers. And I am saying doTERRA long haulers because it's this state of apathy or frustration, feeling that we're not in the seat of power with our capacity to actually show up and shine and be our best selves. So when in doubt, what do we turn to? We've got an oil for that, right? And Laura gave us this wonderful protocol for moving through the energetic and emotional states. And this is kind of the map of where we get to go daily. And she calls this the pathway to success, or the pathway to re-enrolling ourselves on the energetic and emotional level. And we start at the bottom. We start where we are. So we're going to be starting with beautiful and Ylang Ylang. We'll switch slides in a moment, but then we're going to be going on to empowerment, surrender, and inspiration. So come along on this journey with me. And Arin, next slide would be great. Thank you. So first of all, we have to see the good within ourselves. And I hope you got your BOGO box, or at least your BOGOs this last week, because guess what? Beautiful is an oil that we can't buy. So if you do not yet have this oil, talk with your upline, talk with your friends, get it how you can. It's only available about once a year or so, but beautiful helps us claim the good within. It's all about nurturing your self-love and self-respect. And guess what? It smells beautiful. So personally, I'm loving putting beautiful across underneath my collarbones, behind my ears, on my inner wrists. It really helps us recognize our own gifts and stand in our own light. And if your heart's been feeling a little heavy, Ylang Ylang is the most powerful oil for the heart, both physiologically and emotionally. Ylang Ylang is going to be really nurturing and nourishing, very calming, and really help us align in our center. And moving on to next slides here. So the other piece is that we have to be the center of our own world, right? We need to dig deep. We need to really anchor our roots rather than being blown around from focus to focus or lack of focus. Some of us lean into those ADHD tendencies and we can feel a little scattered. So what helps bring it all together? Well, vetiver. And if you saw Arin's wonderful posts and some of the other leaders posting, we now have vetiver in a roller bottle too. So I can't wait to get that because it's going to be so much easier to apply, pre-mixed with the coconut oil, ready to just roll right on. Whenever I'm thinking about grounding, I want to put these oils on my feet, on my low back, maybe even over my lower belly. I really want to sink the energy down. So yes, you could put it on top of your head. That might make you feel a little top heavy. So bottoms of the feet for the vetiver is really, really great. And vetiver is going to help us feel brave. It's going to help us feel connected and bring it all in. One of my favorite oils that I was so excited to see come up in this protocol is Anchor. If you all don't know about the yoga oils yet, these are fantastic. In fact, one of my favorite things to do is to put Anchor right at the base of my spine over my sacrum, just a drop. It's a little bit warming, but it's lovely. And Anchor is all about helping find faith and refuge within. It really helps us sink deep. It's got some of the spices, which are warming and energizing, and it can help us accept change and wisdom, remain present and aware, really be with what is. So choosing to stay in the game, because it is a choice at the end of the day, right? And we get to show up and align ourselves for it. And next slide here, please, Arin. Thank you. So the other piece of this personal journey on the daily is surrender. Letting go of what no longer serves, letting go of what our vision might have been. There was a lot of talk of convention about, hey, are you still like overwhelming yourself by holding yourself to the standard you set 2 years ago? Or are you meeting yourself with grace and compassion where you are in this moment? So let's be open, let's be vulnerable, and let's be really, really present. And let's surrender to what's possible. Surrender doesn't mean falling down and being a victim. Surrender can mean opening up and letting the possibilities in. So celery seed is going to be our oil for this. And if you're groaning and saying, ew, gross, celery seed is a potent, potent oil. It can support us in terms of our entire esophagus, our entire urinary system. It really helps the brain too. Different ways that you can use celery seed include just the tiniest bit on the tip of your tongue. You can mix it into blends. You can put just a tiny bit over the brainstem. And hey, bottom of your feet with socks and shoes on top is okay too if you don't want to smell it. So pull out your celery seed and use it for the energetic properties. Moving on here. We climb right up to staying the course. We each get to, yes, have the vision and also take inspired action. So motivate won't surprise you here, because motivate helps us balance our parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. It's got those citrus and the mint that really helps us with a upward energy, clarity, and focus. There's also some basil in here. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, basil or motivate can be great in kind of clearing that mental fog and helping us take the first step. I've been doing a wonderful life coaching program lately, and it's all about clarity, focus, ease, and grace. Clarity being about recognizing what's important to us, really, like what truly inspires you as feeling in alignment. And then focus, meaning gathering our energy to focus on that. Ease being the baby steps of just one little tiny step, an action you can take in this moment or today to move forward. And grace being the gratitude for the unexpected blessings that play out along the way. We don't attract the blessings unless we take action, and motivate is going to help us take that action. So whether it needs to be in your diffuser, again, put on your hands, kept together, inhaled. You can put this on your feet as well, even over your heart or your lower belly. If you need some fire in your belly, put some motivate over your belly. It'll help with digestion and moving on up. So thank you so much for letting me share here, Arin. The long and short of it is use your oils, whether it's this protocol from Laura or a protocol you come up with for yourself. Whatever emotions you're feeling, this Emotions and Oils book is just so, so wonderful. And this is how Laura came up with this protocol. So if it fits you for you, fantastic. If you need something a little different, go to the sources, go to the oils, follow your intuition, and we're here to cheer you on. We'd love to hear what oils you're finding inspiring right now as well.
Thank you, Lindsay. Fabulous. Thanks for sharing that. I've been doing this protocol and loving it. We are going to move on to some new products. So Yonji, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Arin.
Hello, hello. Will you tell us about the new products?
Sure, I'm excited. There you go. I think it's a long-awaited Doterra product. We all were praying and wondering when is this sunscreen is going to come out. So here it is. So it's going to be available this year. They came out with a lot of amazing products. One is for face and body. And actually, I'm going to read that. Face and body. Oh, I don't have that slide, but and then face and body stick, which is also very water resistant and vegan friendly, reef safe, and cruelty free. And they say it's lightweight and very good. I think you have to apply after every 90 minutes, they were suggesting. And the properties of this, the roller one is they have essential oils, helichrysum, frankincense, and carrot seed oil, which is great. Then the other one is for body, the body spray. And they also came out with the after sun lotion or spray. And that one also vegan friendly, safe reef, cruelty free. And properties, essential oils that have in it is copaiba, lavender, peppermint, helichrysum. Usually in the past, I made my own after lotion spray. It was, I put in helichrysum, aloe vera. I think this one has aloe vera as well. And helichrysum is good, really nurturing the skin after any sun damage. So here is the Doterra Sun is available when the next slide. There you go. Available in April. Stay focused in April. Make a summer bucket list, I guess. So it's coming May 16. Like 16. Is that right? Like 16.
So what this is about is today you can take pictures and you can share. You can tell people, get excited. April,
we're excited.
This is when you start, thinking who you want to talk to. May 16th, we'll have a leader training. So we're ready for the launch. May 23rd, the digital marketing assets will drop. There'll be a
June 1st.
June 1st, it's actually here. So this is, as a business builder, you can lead up to this big launch.
Yes, June 1st is launching that, the sunscreen. And the sunscreen package, it's coming in a little pouch, little bag. So you're ready to go for the summer. And yeah, nourishing your skin. And at leadership, I also got to enjoy 2 new essential oils. Well, we know about these essential oils, but also they came out in a roller touch. So the myrrh and the vetiver is available April 1st for purchase. Myrrh is good for many things. Actually, I'm gonna read, if you guys don't mind. This is my book. There's many other books, but this is what I have been enjoying. So, do I have to use compliant words here or not?
You can do your best. We're live on Facebook, so yeah, we're supposed to be compliant.
Okay, so fine lines, dry skin, right? So immune health, very good for immune health, digestive, upset, cramping. Then infection, it's very good for that, applying it to the bottom of the feet. And also myrrh is very good for meditation purposes. It helps with anxious feelings as well. Emotional balance, if you feel disconnected, then after using it, you might feel a little nurtured. The vetiver, on the other hand, is great for learning difficulties. So attention, it helps you with focus, attention, concentration. Also great. This oil is also great for anxious feelings. Helps you sleep better. Then from emotional balance, if you feel ungrounded, using vetiver, you might feel a little bit more rooted. I feel instant effect when I use vetiver on my bottom of the feet, because I feel the nourishment moving through my whole body, and it just really relieves any stressors. So that's my takeaway from, oh yeah, and then there's another oil, the Malana. I got to smell it, touch it. No, I didn't taste it. I don't think it's for internal use, but I think last month they sent out a sample. I was excited about it. And what's inside? Wild orange, coriander, cedarwood, amaris, lemongrass, magnolia, ylang ylang, pepper, Sichuan, I don't know what that is. Age, Nile wood. Okay. So I got at the leadership, I got to meet the harvesters, and they were so kind and loving, just sharing this beautiful oil. And they're excited to share it now with the world. And there were also a lot of leaves that I wrote a note, or there was something on it, like what we care for, and it was I was writing it on that I care for the environment, and I feel like when also Doterra harvests essential oils in the world, they care about the environment. It's really necessary. So yeah, these are the oils. Malama, it's not sure about the properties, but it's very citrusy and really, yeah, floral. It's aromatic. It's really relaxed for me. I feel like it's really relaxing blend of oil. So I'm excited. This is only available actually next month, right? It's a special
Yeah,
offer.
it's coming out as our Mother's Day promo. So it'll be available in April with the pilot diffuser, and it is wonderful to use. That's how I would recommend you use it.
Yeah. So these are the new oils, and thank you so much for inviting me, Arin.
Thank you for sharing, Yonji. It was so great to spend time with you there. We are going to move on to Nikki. Are you there, Nikki?
Yes, I am. Do you want to
Sure.
change the slide over, and I will start talking about, so those of you who are watching at home, and then those of you who were there live, you might have noticed there are a lot of new enrollment kits coming. And just for the purpose of this call, I'm going to go over one. Arin's going to drop in a few of the other ones later, but this is the one I'm probably the most excited about. It's the new Aromatouch enrollment kit. So if you have never received an Aromatouch, you need to call the person that shared Doterra with you in the first place and ask them if they are interested in maybe giving you one. So let me tell you a little bit about the kit. It's all the Aromatouch oils, but those of you who like exclusive things, do you see the very first oil there? You can get a 15 milliliter bottle of Deep Blue. So it's the 8 Aromatouch oils. that come in a kit with the fractionated coconut oil. And I should back up because there might be someone on this call who doesn't know what Aromatouch is. Aromatouch is a technique that was developed by Dr. Hill, and he listened to a lot of different healers as he was creating this and came up with this technique, and anyone can do it. It's really simple. And so you get these 8 oils in a kit, and you use the oils on the back and the soles of the feet. And this is the only place you will ever be able to buy a 15 milliliter bottle of Deep Blue. So that's pretty cool. Something else I want to point out on this kit is, look at the wholesale price is $246, right? And look at the PV is $242. It's almost the same. Previously, if you did an Aromatouch training, Arin, I think you can go to the next slide. Oh yes, so because this is going to come with a training. Okay, so Aromatouch is a technique that really helps the body move to a place, towards a place of homeostasis, right? Balance. And the first 2 oils work on your stress response. The second 2 oils work on your immune response. The third 2 oils work on your inflammatory response. And the fourth 2 oils are driver oils, and they drive all of the other ones into the system. And previously, up until now, if you wanted to learn Aromatouch, you had to go to a training. I personally went to a training and then hosted it twice at my house. And every time I did that, I had to buy you pay for the training, you get 0 PV, you get the kit, and now this is so great. It's an enrollment kit. And it comes when you do the virtual certification, which is coming soon. We don't have the actual date. They're going to be announcing it. It might be in April. It might be a little bit afterwards. I checked on the Doterra education site and it's not up there yet. So stay tuned and be on the lookout. But now when you do the certification, you get the enrollment kit. That means PV, right, for you, for your enroller. This is all such great news. Arin, if you want to go to the next slide, there's one more here about Aromatouch. So this is really cool. If you didn't see this in your email this morning, there is going to be a webinar tomorrow by Dr. Hill with some of his top helpers there. And they're going to talk all of the details about the Aromatouch certification course. It's at 1 p.m. tomorrow Mountain Time. I know for me, I'm not able to attend live, so I was so excited to see that's going to be recorded. So this is going to be great. The training itself is going to be $97, right? And so just keep an eye on that. Now, what's really cool for those of you who are building the business is that this is a great way to grow your business. And it's a great duplication model because you can have someone do you can give someone an Aromatouch and then they can give someone an Aromatouch and they teach someone to, right? You all practice on each other. And I want to share a little personal story. One of my yoga students been struggling with some back tension, and I invited her over for an Aromatouch. My intuition said, just invite her over. I've been sharing oils. She hasn't become a customer or client yet, but I know she's going to, right? So I invited her over for an Aromatouch. The day before she came over, she went to get a massage. I texted her, how was your massage? Did you get some relief? She said, the massage was lovely, but I got no relief at all. She came over for an Aromatouch. She's had this back tension going on for months. And after the Aromatouch, we were sitting and chatting, and all of a sudden she went, oh my gosh, my pain is gone. I don't have any pain. That was a week ago Sunday. I saw her again yesterday, and she is still pain-free. This is a really powerful technique. I've shared it with a couple of other people. I'll just share a couple testimonials. One of my clients said, it felt like you took my brain out of my body and cleaned it and then put it back in my body, right? So it'll have a different response for everyone, but this is a huge opportunity for you. So make sure, remember, go ahead and sign up for this webinar. maybe take a screenshot, I know, or go in your email. You'll be able to just click on a registration link. That would be so much easier. Get yourself an Aromatouch. And you can even go online now. There's an Aromatouch website where if you're really impatient, you can go and it tells you how to do it. And you and your friends can just start practicing. You can't really get it wrong. So that's it for Aromatouch. Thank you, Arin. Arin, you're muted.
Thank you. Thanks, Nikki. I'm excited about the Aromatouch. It's a big way that I built my business, and it's such a powerful, powerful technique, and really the best way to sample what oils can do for you. It's the best experience of oils. So at Leadership Retreat, we got to hear from the youngest wellness advocate to ever speak on stage. His name is Christian Riesenmay. So he's Seth Riesenmay's son, and he's 18 years old. So Gen Z, does everybody know what Gen Z is? Does anybody have a Gen Z in their life? Just put it in the comments if you know someone that's 18 to, I don't know what the cutoff is, probably like 18 to 25. So this young man, he was fabulous. He got up on stage and he said this: Gen Z is an unapproached, untapped, and wildly powerful market. And if you choose, it can be just what you need to launch your business to the next level. So you might be saying, really? An 18-year-old doing doTERRA? And I would say yes, because you know who 18-year-olds are? They are the children of essential oil moms. Very likely they have grown up with essential oils. They already know how essential oils work. They've already been using them their whole life. They're looking for alternative ways to make income. And he pointed out that a Gen Z gets super excited about premier income. You don't even have to talk to them about the whole potential with the comp plan. He said, sit down with them, show them the power of 3 bonus and how they can earn $600 to $800 a month. And they're going to be like, sign me up. He made another really great point, which I loved, which is Gen Zs are like a BOGO. Because if you enroll a Gen Z, you also get their Gen Z mom, their Gen Z friends, and their Gen Z grandma. And their Gen Z friends bring their mom, their grandma, and their Gen Z friends. So truly, it's a whole market that you could be reaching into. So my call to action for you and for us is to look at the people in your life, those kids who are coming out of high school, going into college. They might be looking for an extra way to earn income. They might already be into natural solutions, and present the business to them. Because the other thing that bringing in young people does for your business is it gives it longevity. It gives it new energy, and it helps to uplift the next generation of leaders. Now, something that Gen Zs are going to need, but I think a lot of people need right now, is they're going to need to understand how to make $600 a month in their first month, right? How much more movement and power would you have in your business if you could go to your new builders and say, you can earn $600 in your first month, and I have a plan for you to do it. So we had a lot of presentations at Leadership about this concept. You will hear about that with the Aromatouch, but they're actually giving 3 months to make $600 a month. There's been other talks about it, but I saw one particular talk by Myra Powers. Hopefully her recording is going to come up on the virtual access. And she talked about making that $600 a month in your first month, because her background was she came to the doTERRA business and she needed to make money now. There may be people in your life, in your organization, in your business, and they need to make money now. So let's show them a very simple plan. And thank you, doTERRA Corporate. They listened to us, because one of the key components of a simple duplication model like this is simple kits. What you see here on the screen is little bottles, big bottles. Okay, it's the same kit. It's basically our top 10 oils. You can either get it little bottles, or you can get 3 times as much in the big bottles. Now look at the price difference. If you buy the little bottles, it's $160. If you buy the big bottles, it's $270. So you can go from a sampler size kit to 3 times as much oil and it will only cost you an extra $110. So keep these 2 kits in mind, because you need to understand them in order to really take and run with this idea of making $600 a month in your first month. So who wants to see the plan? Who would love a roadmap to this? Something that's easy to explain to people. Give me some hearts for that. This is it for you. You have 3 pathways here. Pathway 1 is about going big. What you're going to do is enroll 15 people with, now, one thing that happened here, she made this presentation before they changed the price. So I want to just go back and show you that the PV is $235 now. So it's a little less than 15 people that you have to enroll, but let's just say 15 people at 200 PV. That's that home essentials kit. So that's the big bottles, top 10 oils, big bottles. 15 people enrolled with that kit is 3,000 PV. 20% of fast starts, $600. So you can say to your person, hey, you need to make $600 now. You go enroll 15 people with the home essentials kit. That's our top 10 oils, and you got it. Pathway number 2 is smaller kits. So you're enrolling with the Healthy Start kit, 30 people at 100 PV. That's going to give you your $600 fast starts. So you don't need to tell people about the whole compensation plan or explain all the different ways that they could build. You just say, learn the top 10 oils and now go sell the top 10 oil kits, and you offer people the big kit or the small kit. Now, pathway 3 is to do it with a team. So you're doing it not on your own. You would enroll 10 people, and then 2 of your people would also enroll 5 people each with the home essentials kit. This is going to give you $400 in fast starts of your personal enrollments, and then $200 in fast starts off of your team's enrollments. Again, $600 first month. How incredible if you can go do that yourself and teach people to do it. So that is my talk. I'm going to bring up Tanya next. Are you there?
Hey, Arin. Yes, thank you.
Will you share with us all the incredible changes to placements?
Sure. Okay, so you're building this organization, right? You're getting that $600, and you're going to need to know what to do with your new advocates. So starting May 1st, there are policy updates coming up in our policy manual for May 1st. And with that, we've been empowered with our business to make moves that we initially or now are not able to do as easily. So there's an initial sponsor move. Currently, any new wholesale customers and wellness advocates, they need to be moved within 14 days of enrollment. So if you have a life event or something's going on and you miss that 14-day mark, you would have to have a conversation with placements and hope that they would make the change for you, right? The change of sponsor. Our new policy now is that your new customers and wellness advocates can be moved by their enroller anytime on or before the 10th of the month following their enrollment. So you have a lot more time to make those moves, which we're all excited about. That 14-day period can go so quickly, especially when we're running our own business. Okay, so an example here, you enroll a wellness advocate on April 1st. You enroll another wellness advocate on April 19th. You enroll another on the 29th. You'll have until May 10th to move all of them, right? So that's just an idea of how much the timeline is for you. Can we go to the next slide? Thank you. Wellness advocate upgrade. Okay, so currently, upgraded members can be moved after being enrolled for 90 days. And enrolling one person with 100 PV. So now upgraded members can be moved after enrolling 100 PV, right? There's no timeline. So that is freedom to be able to make the moves in your business that you need to make. And there is a Q&A with a lot of your questions. So I'm sure you're going to have questions, and if you want to put them in the chat, you can do so. So now a newly upgraded wellness advocate must be moved prior to the 10th of the month following their first enrollment. So again, we have more time to do this. And you can reach out to placements if you have any questions outside the scope of this presentation. All right, next slide, please. Swaps. All right, so currently swaps are placement exceptions. So if you've made any swaps in your back office, you've had to fill out an exception form. And it requires your 7 upline signatures. It can be very time consuming getting those signatures, and then it has to go through a committee approval. And starting May 1st, swaps are normal placement moves. So we are so excited about that. They're like account transfers. You do not require an exception committee approval, right? None of that. And you can be completed with the completed swap form that will be available on May 1st, although they're saying that it could be available prior in your back office, except it wouldn't go into effect in May, until May. So including signatures from the swapping members and each of their enrollers. That's it. So no 7 lines up. It's the 2 people that you're swapping, those signatures, and their enrollers. Okay, so that's really exciting. All right, so now if someone has a regret about the swap, keep in mind this is a legal document. So the swap would have to take place. And then once that is completed, you'd have to fill out another swap form to make any reversals, right? So you'd have to get the signatures again, but it's possible. Okay, next slide. Oh, thank you. And that QR code, sorry, if you could go back. The QR code for the swap process, that's the new form. So you can take a picture of that and or come back to the recording and snapshot that with your QR scanner. Okay, we can go back to, yeah, thank you. So an example here, Tina is Myra's sponsor. Myra is much more active in the business and can help Tina. Tina and Myra agree to swap. They both sign off and get their enrollers to sign off on the form. So we have a lot more of a streamlined process now. Next slide. All right, Premier Move. Okay, so this is for diamonds and above. Currently, there's a 3-month Premier Move. You can move a Premier, and that was limited to presidential diamonds only. Now, diamonds have been empowered to move their premiers throughout their organization. So this, the 3-month countdown begins when the first member is sponsored to that prospective premier. Right, so you have a premier moving up in the ranks quickly, right? And you want to be able to move them as a diamond. Now you can. As long as they start from 0 OV like a new member, they can qualify for the premier move. Okay. All right, next slide. Thank you. So this little image here, this example is the orange dots is where the new premier, as a diamond, you can move the new premier up into those orange dots, right? So you have that flexibility now to place individuals where they will thrive and where it will be great for your business for them to be moved.
Tanya, can I just make one clarification here?
Sure.
The change here is it used to be that they had to be enrolled for 90 days before you could move them. Now what they're saying is that you have 90 days to move them after they go premier.
Thank you, Arin. All right. All right. So 7 signatures. So all 7 upline signatures were needed for an exception to be approved, which was lengthy. And now the new policy is if a diamond or above approves that request, any elite or premier signatures above them will not be required. So I know many of our diamonds were very excited about that. And although any elite or premier can go in and approve. Now that isn't necessary. So it's only the silver that is above the diamond that would need to sign off on the signature, as you can see in the example here. Okay, next slide. All right, so as an example, Jessica has an elite above and 2 premiers above the elite. Jessica has several exceptions that would benefit her team. Jessica approves the moves, and subsequently the elite and both premiers above auto approve. And then the silvers above still need to do that. So they need to do the approval process, and much easier to do. Okay, I think placement flexibility. Take a screenshot or get your QR code and scan that. It's an awesome FAQ. It goes over many of the questions that you'll probably have, and also get together with your account managers because they're here to help and answer any additional questions. All right, thank you.
Fabulous. Thank you so much. Yeah, lots of exciting changes and flexibility there. So study that. Dr. Josie put in the comments that strategy wise, this means it's better. You have more time to access a potential builder to enroll in the beginning of the month. It's so good. Yes. And if you're wondering, what does this mean for me? Set up an appointment with your mentor so you can go over it. And it can also help to have other eyes in your organization. So I'm just checking to see if Soraya made it to the call. We were hoping she could share, but I think she got stuck in a snowstorm. Yeah, I don't see her there. So I'm going to jump in for her and talk about high impact oils. So please know that in April, we're going to dive really deep into this because this is extremely exciting. For me, this was my moment at leadership where I went, I had like the excitement that I had at the beginning of Doterra, because this is just my heart and soul. Doterra has a mission to 3 times their impact, which means more people coming to Doterra, more oils being sold, but most importantly, impacting the lives on the other side of the bottle, which is the growers and the distillers. You've heard a lot of these stories through co-impact sourcing, and they're incredible. So what they've done is they took a look at their top 10 high impact oils. That means the top 10 essential oils that have the biggest impact on the people who are growing and distilling them, meaning uplifting their lives with income, uplifting their lives with other resources. So if you get super pumped up about what Doterra is doing for like the people in Africa or Haiti or Nepal or India, go and focus in on these oils. Teach people why they need these oils, because the more we can sell these oils, the more we're able to help those people, the people in those countries. What Doterra's done is on source2u.com, they have filled out these sourcing stories. So they're taking the top 25 impact oils and they're giving you the whole story behind the bottle. So you can really go and talk about it. Dr. Josie gave me a great tip the other day that we really want to encourage everybody to do, which is to pick 1 or 2 of these oils, memorize the story, so that you can be sharing that with people. Whenever I'm doing wellness consults or classes, or I'm talking to people, I always tell them the story of Vetiver and what our purchase of Vetiver does for the people of Haiti, because I think it's really inspiring. So now I'm going to turn it over to Nikki, and she's going to talk about our Gather and Give promo.
Thanks, Arin. I know it's so much information. Hopefully your heads are not exploding. Just remember, keep what's for you and let go of the rest. All of this will keep circling back around, but I am a huge, huge lover of enrollment promos. And in the past, if you have been around Doterra for a while, Doterra's enrollment promos are usually really, really hard. They usually give you 1 to 2 months, and you have to get between 5 and 11 enrollments in order to win the products. And this time they have made it so easy for us. So the amazing prizes that you can win: Yarrow Palm Serum. Who loves that Yarrow Palm body serum? I actually mix a little of it in with my doTERRA lotion to make it go a little further and put it all over, and add my oils, of course, too, on top of that. But it's so good for your skin. And then this Rose Glow Mist, you can't buy this. So this is an exclusive item. We got to sample this at leadership. It was really fun because they would spray you and they didn't tell us what was in it. So we had to guess. And a lot of us, I was standing around that booth for a little while, and a lot of people recognized the rose right away. So rose is one of the most precious oils, and it's really pricey, right? So this is a great way to get rose in your house. So what the Gather and Give promo is it's going to go from April through June. So you have 3 months. And if you enroll 3 people, so if you enrolled 1 person per month, you would get that Yarrow Pom body serum. If you enrolled 5 people total in that time, you're going to get the Yarrow Pom body serum and the exclusive rose mist. Okay. Now, what's even better is that if you did that in 1 month, you can do this 3 times over. You can win these 2 prizes up to 3 times, right? And so the idea, and why are we calling this Gather and Give? The idea is not just be out there, one-man show, one-woman show, right? Calling all your people, but get people. People are craving community. People are so, whether it's online, I mean, people are really craving in person if that's available for you, but people are craving gatherings. So get people together, ask your friends to host a class, ask your clients to host a class, ask your family to host a class. Go through your back office and look at who's ordering, right? Who likes free stuff? Think to yourself, who really cares about skincare, right? Maybe think about who's getting a little bit older and might really appreciate the Yarrow Pom. We joke Yarrow Pom is like our Botox, right? It's so good for your skin. And when you have these gatherings, you want to hashtag Gather and Give and post them on your social media, and you're going to help get so much more attention from that. Arin, if you can go to the next slide, we have some help to get these products. So we've got these sample mini bundles that are coming out on April 1st. Now they are limited time only. And the ways that you can get them is through the call center or through your account manager. So look at these great opportunities. So this is a really cool thing. You can use these as hostess gifts. You can use them as enrollment promos, right? You can get creative and use them all different ways. There's lots of different things that it's not pictured here, but the mini tubes of Deep Blue, I'm so excited to get those because those are great for for your purse or a travel bag when you don't want to bring the whole thing of Deep Blue with you. So one thing to keep in mind with these limited time offers, they go in April 1st. And if you have an account manager, so silvers and above, you have an account manager, everyone else, you just call into doTERRA or talk to your upline. Don't wait till April 1st. I've already emailed my account manager and I said, all right, I'm going to want to get these. What do I do? And what I got back was there are 2 ways. I can call my account manager, or you can too, on the 1st of April. Or you can email them and tell them what you want and just put the last 4 digits of the card that you have on file with your doTERRA account to confirm. They'll charge it right to your account, and those will get shipped to you April 1st before they run out. So don't hesitate on those. And this again is a great way, a great business strategy. And also think about what's coming up. Mother's Day. Yarrow Pom serum and rose face mist, they make great Mother's Day gifts. So that can be another way that you can use this for your business. Okay, Arin, so the next slide, I felt really strongly, I made Arin put this in. One of the things, my big takeaways from doTERRA's leadership conference this year was belief, 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 belief. This is a whole nother call. In fact, I did a call on this a year or 2 ago. Maybe we'll bring another one back, but I'm not going to go through all of these, but you really want to check in with yourself. Where are your beliefs? And I'll tell you, the day after leadership, I woke up and one of my first thoughts that popped into my head was, you don't get what you want, you get what you believe. And it's so true, right? And so make sure you're checking in with your belief systems. And if you're feeling stuck, right? Look at where you feel stuck in your business and check in, what is your belief level? Now, I love the saying this, that a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. So whether you're thinking it in your mind or you're repeating it out loud, you might want to check yourself. How do you talk about the product? How do you talk about the company to yourself and to others? How do you talk about yourself and your own business that you're building, your leaders, your upline, your downline, right? Your clients. Really check in, is what you're saying in line with where you want to go, right? Focus more on where you want to go than where you are now, and you will move there faster than you can ever believe that you can. So Arin, let's go to the next slide, please. This was something else that was really important. Okay, so if you were there, we saw this slide, the first part of it, we help the world heal. This is what doTERRA's goal is. I'm going to read this out loud because I think it's really powerful. We intentionally source the healing gifts of the earth, enriching every life we touch. We empower people and communities in their pursuit of self-reliance. We break cycles of human suffering and poverty as our business expands. We advocate and educate to empower everyone with natural wellness solutions. We advance science for the innovative use of essential oils. So just maybe you might want to read that to yourself out loud and feel into it. Do you believe what you're saying? If you don't, just go on YouTube, go on the blog, talk to your upline, and power up your belief, because if you don't believe it, no one else is going to believe it. When I first went to my first convention, I believed in the product, but I was ashamed to be getting into a network marketing. I mean, that's how bad it was. Like, I can admit that. I left that convention proud to partner with these people. And Seth Resume, in his last talk at Leadership, he told us when he joined doTERRA, his why was he wanted to do nothing. He just wanted to do nothing. He wanted to wake up in the morning, I don't have anything to do. I don't have to do anything. And so he went to Jamaica last year and he met with the founders. If you go on the incentive trip, you get to personally meet all the founders. And he said to Emily Wright, why? You're billionaires. Why would you still do this business? They don't have to. Their money needs have been met a long time ago. And it is because, she said, because this is how we can help the most people. So when you show up to serve, you are going to, your business, it's not work, it's fun, it's joy. You're not worried about the results. And Arin, take me to the next slide. We'll close it out. I want to honor everybody's time. The only person who can make it happen is me, right? So all this great information won't change your life. It's the application of this information that will change your life. I hope you're feeling as inspired as all of us were. And thank you. Thank you for letting me be a part of this call and be a part of this team. I feel so nourished and supported and just filled with joy. And I have so much love for all of you.
Thank you, Nikki. And thank you, everyone. This has been a great call and we're looking forward to convention. So make sure you grab your convention tickets so we can all go together and be super inspired together. Have a fabulous day, everybody.